Tim, are you out there? Where's Tim? Tim. There he is. Wait, there's Tim. How you doing?
Hey Chris, how you doing?
I'm good. Hold on, let me get Alex's image up there. Um, all right, Tim. The people that are watching this who are very familiar with St. Rose are looking at your screen right now, and they're saying,
hmm
"Where is he? Why is he? He's on campus, isn't he? Where are you?
I'm in the computer lab in Lima.
Are you doing work?
Yes, well, I'm not working. I'm doing schoolwork. So
Schoolwork. So
yeah,
why don't you explain that? We do have a lot of students that have jobs at the school. You do work at the school, other than more so than graphic design work. So you're there doing other kinds of work.
yeah, I work in housekeeping here at the school, and they're picking up a chunk of the tuition for me, so that works
That
out.
works out, and you get. I think
Yeah,
you probably get the a little behind the scenes of what goes on at St. Rose more so than a lot of your classmates. Yeah. You got any good
yeah,
stories? Maybe we can't share here, but
yeah. Probably nothing I want to share here on Instagram. When things open back up, maybe I'll stop by your office and we can trade war stories here.
yeah, I'm sure. As strange as this maybe sounds, I kind of miss that paneling there that I see in the background on the ceiling. I mean, we're all constantly looking out of the walls of our house, and I'm like, I need to see some part of Peacock, or some part of
Uh,
St. Joe's, or as the Masry Gallery. Um, yeah.
Yeah, if I was thinking I would have gone down to Peacock and snuck in there, but
All right. So family. Should we talk about family? How is
sure.
your family, and what do they have to do with your project?
Okay. So my family's got kind of a interesting history. They've come from various parts of Europe and stuff, and have migrated to the United States over the centuries, and kind of always wanted to explore the family history. And the thesis project I thought was, like the perfect opportunity to finally get around to doing that before, anybody else passes away in the family. So,
And so what's the before we get into those details, what's the origin of the last name Hussner? Is that where did that come
um,
from?
it's a German name. Don't know for sure because, yeah, when people were coming here, there was some like handwriting
Right.
errors and stuff. So there's like 27 variations of it. So
It
to
might
say for sure,
change. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you explored the family history. So what are you presenting in the gallery in the fall? What will we see? What will we learn about?
Well, the main thing is the big infographic I did. It's about 3 foot by 4 foot and change. And hey, there it is.
There you are.
And yeah, there I am, smack in the middle. And I did everything kind of radiating out from that, showing the connections to the family. So I have like my brother and sisters are above me, and then their husband, wife, and kids radiating from that. And then below is to the left of me is my mom and dad, and then their families radiating out from that, aunts, uncles, grandparents, great grandparents.
And so you're connecting the lineage. Are there stories in maybe for some of these people that you're telling in the infographic, or in some other material, or what else?
Um,
How far are you digging into this history part?
well, there's also a pamphlet that I kind of put together that kind of breaks down a little bit more some of the details and a little bit more of the story of when everybody came over to
Okay.
America, um, some dates and timeline. There's going to be a timeline on the pamphlet as well.
Okay.
Um, and it's been kind of a fun project, tracking down information, trying to track down people because everybody's scattered to the four winds, and
And so
to find out some interesting
when
stuff.
you went to that history, you just mentioned like coming over and coming to America. So
Mhm.
when was that? I mean, I assume from Germany, but was that turn of the, well, not turn of this century, turn of the last century? When a lot of
Um,
people came to this country?
yeah, my dad's family, they came, the Hussners came here after the American Civil War, about 1860-ish, 1850, 1860.
Mm-hmm.
And then on my mother's side of the family, her dad's Polish. They came right about 1900, a little after 1900. And then her mother's side of the family, they came over on the Mayflower. So
Okay. Wow.
pretty interesting, finding out all this stuff and making all the connections and how random it is that everybody kind of met. And here I am. So,
Yeah, I know. That's like when you start to do a little family history, it can be daunting. It's like, wow, like if none of that happened, I wouldn't be here, right? It sort of puts it in
yeah.
perspective. So, are there any stories like that, like close calls, like I don't know, like your parents never meeting, or they almost never met, or the things like that in your family history that you found that would have changed like the history of your family a lot, or maybe your life?
Um, Found a few interesting things. My grandmother on my dad's side, her mother actually passed away giving birth to her brother like a year after my grandmother was born. So, that was if they'd been born in the opposite order, I guess I wouldn't be here. So
Yeah.
just, kind of like little things like that. And just like the Polish side of my family, they live near Utica. So, just the fact that they met there, my grandfather and then my grandmother on my mother's side, they actually ironically met at the Albany State Teachers College just up the road from Peacock.
Mhm.
They were going there at the same time. So it was just kind of like one of those weird happenstance things. Then here I am in Albany going to school. So I just those little connections I just think are really neat. And it's just kind of cool.
So since we're talking about family, I mean, you're here in Albany. Where are you really? Where are you from? Where are you located when you're not at school, which is a lot of the time?
Oh, well, St. Rose is my
Okay,
home, but
that's
my
what the
my other
tagline
home
says.
is my other home is down in Selkirk. I'm originally from Liberty, New York, down which is further downstate, but I moved up here to go to school. So
Okay, great. Um,
yeah.
you got about a minute left. How are you dealing with all this this remote learning? You you're definitely there on campus. We see a lot, and you're getting around. You're still connected to St. Rose more so than a lot of students at the moment. So how are you doing with
Yeah,
all of this?
it's been an interesting experience. I mean, as far as work goes, they've kind of cut us back, so we kind of like work in a rotation, work 2 days, and we're off for a week. So I've been working at Price Chopper in between, but
Yeah,
I come here a lot to hang out in the computer lab and just I miss being on campus and miss seeing everybody. So this kind of
that's what I'm saying. You're
I find
you're
way of
you're
keeping in
more
touch.
you're there more than any of us. Like you can't miss it that much. You get a little bit of it. The rest of us are like, I need to get back to Peacock and like get into my locker. I have
Yeah,
stuff there I need. I need to see my studio space, right? So there's a lot of comments. We got about few seconds left here. There's a lot of comments going on about the boys. Okay, you need to explain the boys to me. And where are they? Are they here? Are they in Lima? What are the boys?
um, okay. The boys, they're from the old Spider-Man cartoon in the '60s, and I was feeling kind of left out alone here on campus, so I've been going around taking a bunch of selfies and adding them in and posting it to Instagram, figuring, kind of my way of dealing with this whole pandemic. And I figure, a little bit of humor and everybody can kind of still see a little bit of campus, even if they're not here. So
So are they villains in the Spider-Man? Are they
yeah,
bad guys?
yeah, they're yeah, four bad guys. Yeah. So
All right. You identify with the
they love
bad
to make
guys. I see. I see what's going on.
yeah, that's sometimes the bad guys are more fun.
They are more fun apparently to play as an actor. Tim, it was great to talk to you. It's good to see
Yeah,
a little bit of
likewise
St.
for me.
Rose there in the background. All right, we'll see you later.
Alrighty, take care.
Let's see, we got a couple more. Next up is Tori. Is Tori here? There's Tori.